So yes, ladies and gentlemen, they found a way. They did it. They did it. They found a way to do it. It is absolute. I never thought they would bring out the champagne, decorate the house. Let's have a freaking event. You know, you know what happened? It. I really think that that's the way it went down. They finalized the game almost, and then somebody in the office was playing Call of Duty. He said, "Give it to me. Let me check it out." And he said, I found something in Call of Duty that might work in our game, and they've done it. They've implemented the most frustrating grind, the most frustrating grinding experience, and monetization to
Fatality. Jax wins.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Movement 6 here, and this is the review of all reviews. It's the final review. It's a review that is compiling or summarizing all the other reviews and putting my own layer on it, my own experience. I've learned my lesson, for example, with Tomb Raider, to not review anytime sooner than a week after launch. That's the moment everybody had enough time with it. The pink glasses have been removed, and we can actually see what the game is and how good it is. Is the hype real? And I must say, I was looking forward, and I was really hyped by the game, as with every Mortal Kombat game. I'm one of those lucky guys that were there when the first Mortal Kombat dropped, right? And it caused a stir, it caused excitement, and it caused a huge amount of controversy, like almost every Mortal Kombat after that. But the first one was special. It was cutting edge, used real-life actors for the fighting, and it was the first time with a up-in-your-face, gruesome fatalities, the aggression and the head removal, bone-crushing things you saw, like the fatalities and the brutality. So every Mortal Kombat after that had the quality to keep that momentum, to keep that stir and that excitement when a new came. And after a few worser installments, to me Mortal Kombat 9 was the moment that really showed innovation, change, and laid a new foundation on how the game was played. Before that, almost every Mortal Kombat was the same, right? It was almost practically the same. In 9, they introduced the X-rays, they introduced the, well, I would say somewhat of the fatal blow. They introduced character model customization and the way you can manipulate your own play. Mortal Kombat 10 took that a notch up. They took that just a bit further, refined it a bit, and now in 11 we can actually say that they've put everything in the right place. The game itself is the best game, the best Mortal Kombat game. If you take just a high-level view, it's the best Mortal Kombat game developed to date. The way it plays, with the fatal blows, with the character customization you have in there, and you can manipulate the character to your own. You can tailor it to your own play style. It's absolutely mwah. You can't see me, but I'm kissing in the air. You know, it's fan-freaking-tastic. There is one huge issue, and that's the elephant in the room I spoke about in the intro here, you know, and that's also one of the reasons the Metacritics got a user score of 2.7 for this game. The game looks fantastic, it plays fantastic, but there is a huge concern on the grinding and monetization that is associated now with this game. And let's be honest, guys, you either need to go to the crypt, and the crypt looks freaking fantastic, really. It's even better than 10, you know. It's third person, it almost feels like an action-packed RPG game. It really looks good, it's fun to be there in the crypt, but you need the crypt and the Towers of Time to grind. And there is so much to grind. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if you compare that to, or you take that into relation to the online store that's also built into the Mortal Kombat, you can already see the first signs of the whole monetization. You can spend $5 on a character, Frost. You can spend $5 on skins or any other thing. You can buy the crystals, the time crystals, the in-game currency you need. The signs are there, and I know and appreciate it. Ed Boon, fantastic. He's talking to the community on Twitter, acknowledges that things are broken and he wants to fix it. But I can't review that. I can only review what we got. And what we got is a grinding galore, ready for monetization game. It's absolutely fun. If you look at how you customize your character, you can make different forms of your character, adjust the clothing, the skins, their hats, the blades, the guns, the knives, everything. You can even adjust your character with augments, so you can really tailor it to how offensive or defensive you want to play, how quick he moves, how quick he turns, how quick he dashes. It's fantastically done. It's absolutely beautiful. And the game, it looks insanely good. It looks insanely good. But I keep getting back to this whole grind, because I've been playing to some Towers of Time yesterday, and it's freaking frustrating. Because you need those perks, I call them, you need to put on before the match starts, because your opponent has them as well. And for those who haven't played it yet, the Towers of Time is I would say a platform with about 4 to 5 towers, maybe sometimes 3. You start with 3 opponents in the tower, then you move up to 5, and then again 4, and then you got 1 tower with 1 boss. And at the end of this whole program, you get the biggest loot, right? You get some loot after every tower, but at the end you get the biggest loot. But the grind you have to do, or the fighting you have to do, is sometimes so ridiculously hard, because the perks your opponent has are they're hard. They even play, I would say the playstyle sometimes is on hard, between hard and medium, so it's pretty difficult. They're not idiots, those AIs. You're gonna get your ass kicked sometimes. And I had some towers where these guys had almost every perk in the world, some wave, really a wave, an ocean wave was passing through the screen, which is hurting you as well, and you need to win 3 rounds. You can't lose 1 round. You need to win 3 rounds and not lose 1. And eventually, it's getting really frustrating to get through these things. I also want to unlock shit, I want to unlock the fatalities, the brutalities, and everything. If you also look at the crypt, the amount of money you need, in-game money, so the coins you can earn after every match or everything you do, it's sometimes so high what you need to pay to grind it. I've even seen reviews that on the Nintendo Switch, I'm not going to review in depth the Switch here, but even the Nintendo Switch has got, you need to even have more coins to spend on a certain chest to unlock than in the Xbox One, the PC, or the PlayStation 4 version. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And for the casual gamer, maybe it's fine. You're going to drop in there, have some fighting, have some fun with your friends, and blah blah. But I'm so attached to Mortal Kombat. I want to have those fatalities. I want to own the brutalities. I want to see them all. And of course, I've just played with about 6-7 characters right now. But eventually, I'm going to move to the other characters and learn them and play with them and grind with them. And that's my other point of critique here, right? I've played with Jax through the Tower of Times. My idea will be, if you play with Jax, you grind for Jax. That's not the case. I've unlocked so much shit from characters I wouldn't even touch on a very short period, that I've got an issue here. I want Jax to be grinded, not Devora or anything. But okay, so that's my biggest point, and that's also the biggest reason why the Metacritic score was a 2.7 on the user score. 2.7 for this game, because is there anything good to share? I think 9 points out of 10, it's everything good to share. It's just that 1 point of grinding and monetization that makes it awful sometimes. Well, if you look at how it looks, the user interface, the options you got, the tutorial environment, the character models. My God, the character models. You can actually see that it's again a step forward than what we've seen in Mortal Kombat X. So the game itself, the way it plays, the fatalities, I thought they were gruesome in 10 and in 9 as well, but 10 especially, the way they've imaged it, the way they modeled it, the way it looks, it feels, and it shows off on your screen. This is taking it up a notch. There are fatalities in there. It's almost half a movie, the one with Johnny Cage, where he does the puppeteers. It's hilarious to see. It's fantastically done. It's a feast for the eye. It's graphically. I couldn't find one glitch or one flaw in the whole game. It runs at a steady 60 frames per second. I can go on and on with telling how great this game is. But eventually, for me, I hope Ed Boon is right and that they're going to fix this grinding, because it is Mortal Kombat unworthy. I will give this game an 8 out of 10 for now. Well, if they don't fix the grinding, if they don't fix the monetization, maybe remove it entirely, then eventually I'm going to do a re-review and I'm going to give this game a 2. Because that's my problem with all those games nowadays. You pay $60, you pay $100, and then you even forced as a gamer to spend euros or dollars and dollars and dollars, and eventually your game isn't 60, 100, but 250 euros. For freaking what? I paid 60 euros. Finish the game. You know, give me all the characters. Fine. And I'm to some extent willing to pay some kind of a Mortal Kombat pass or a Black Ops pass if I get something in return for that, right? In return. But this is absolutely way out of sync. So all in all, there is enough to do, right? You've got a story mode, which is, it's actually fun to watch. It's a long movie that is just being interrupted by you fighting against someone. It's a great watch. It starts where it left off in Mortal Kombat 10. It really gives some depth. It introduces new characters. You can play with all the characters, so that's great. And the story is really fun to play. Takes you about 4.5 hours, and it's actually pretty good to play. You've got a 1v1 normal. You got the towers. You got different kinds of towers, and even a bit more than in Mortal Kombat 10. You've got the online modus, which is fantastic. You even can implement the championship rules in there. The tutorial is great. The only small criticism that might be there is I've played with one of my online friends in a match, and he said, this is my first Mortal Kombat, and I'm freaking overwhelmed. What the freak do I need to do? And for the hardcore gamers, maybe you're a bit too proud to go into a tutorial. If this is your first Mortal Kombat, do the tutorial first. Do the tutorial, and not just the basic one, but also the advanced defending, the advanced combinations. That really gives you some depth and some homework to work on. All in all, the game is absolutely fantastic. It is. I was anticipating this game. Was hyped for this game. From the moment I started playing, I'm hyped. But after a week grinding, it already starts to notice that I'm keep coming back to that topic: the grinding and the monetization. Ed Boon, NetherRealm, fix your game. Fix the whole grinding. Make it a little bit less grindier. Is that a word? Give people options to get skins quicker. And if there is something to pay for, make it worthwhile. Make it worth. Okay. An extra $5 for Frost is outrageous. Give Frost for free, just like you did with Shao Kahn in a pre-order phase, right? Just locking one character behind a monetization straight away is just childish. Stop doing that. For now, guys, I hope you like this. I hope it's not too much of a rant, but I'm just a bit frustrated. One of the games I really love, I play a lot from day one, from part one, has been monetized a bit and grind a bit. The game is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't picked it up, this is not a negative review. This is a review to share my concerns on the future, but pick this game up. It's a fantastic game. It looks good, plays good, and it's especially fun to play with your friends. So for now, leave a like, drop a comment. I'm really anxious to hear what you guys think about the game. If you're having fun with this game, please let me know. Leave a like, especially leave a subscribe, and I want to drop with a bombshell, and it's thanking all the guys and all you guys that have subscribed in the last week and a half. Thank you very much. The channel is growing a bit again. I'm hope it's because I'm sharing my passion here with you: techno, gaming, producing, and DJing. Really glad with all the comments I'm getting. So I'm really love to have interaction with all you guys online, seeing how you guys think. So for now, subscribe to the channel. My name is Movement 6. Have fun playing. Bye bye.
Ik ben gewoon met mijn eigen ding afgemaakt, hè.
Zeker.
Het is echt vet gewoon.